The US Secretary of State Antony Blinken has arrived in the Middle East, launching yet another bid to convince Israel to agree to ceasefire deals in Gaza and Lebanon. He's pressed the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to use the IDF's killing of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar last week as an opportunity to change the course of the war in Gaza and boost aid to the war-ravaged area. Our Middle East correspondent Matthew Doran reports from Jerusalem.
This is Antony Blinken's 11th trip to the Middle East since the war in Gaza began after the October 7 attacks last year. And he really hasn't had a whole lot to show for his efforts thus far. Israel continuing its bombardment of Gaza in what aid agencies, most of them, if not all of them, describe as creating one of the most devastating humanitarian crises the world has seen in recent times. And also Israel opening up a second front, this time against Hezbollah in Lebanon. Secretary Blinken landing in Tel Aviv before being whisked away to Jerusalem for meetings with the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the Defence Minister Yoav Gallant. The talks held against this backdrop. Nighttime strikes in Beirut killing at least 13, according to Lebanese authorities. The extent of the damage near a hospital in the southern suburb of Dahir becoming clear after sunrise, with bodies being pulled from the rubble. Israel saying it was targeting the militant group Hezbollah, as it was in this daylight strike. Residents watching on some 40 minutes or so after being told to evacuate. Hezbollah's spokesman holding a press conference nearby as that warning was issued, insisting no ceasefire talks with Israel would be held while fighting continued.
And we confirm our position, no negotiations under fire. What is not taken by fire is not given with politics.
He also argued that the Al-Qad Al-Hassan Bank, which Israel has been targeting over the last couple of evenings, its branches across Beirut and the rest of Lebanon, is not being used for the purposes of Hezbollah buying weapons or indeed paying its fighters, something that Israel has said as it has launched these attacks. The IDF has also released further information, further intelligence, claiming that Hezbollah has built an underground bunker underneath another hospital in Beirut, a command centre also housing a vault holding hundreds of millions of dollars in cash and gold, something that hospital officials have denied is in existence. All the while, the war in Gaza raging on. The IDF releasing this vision, saying it shows people in northern Gaza around Jabalia evacuating the area, an area which has been under siege by Israel in its targeting of Hamas for around 3 weeks now. Palestinians in the area claiming this is a forced displacement rather than an evacuation. Hundreds killed in that part of Gaza in the course of this campaign. Secretary Blinken will have his work cut out for him in these talks. He is also expected to travel to Jordan and Qatar in his week-long visit to this region, likely his last before the upcoming US election.